So I want to start by saying good evening and welcome to our State of the State of PR and welcome to the Los Angeles chapter of PRSA. My name is Jean Gonsolin and I'm the president of this organization. And I have to say this is my first official event of my year-long presidency and I follow in, thank you. Cheer for me later on in the year. And I follow in some very successful footsteps of my predecessor, Eric Deutsch, in the back of the room, who served as last year's chapter president. Under Eric's leadership, I have to tell you a few of the things he accomplished. We grew membership more than 10%. That's incredible. We launched a new and improved website and revamped the old static newsletter into something far more useful. We boosted our social media efforts, particularly real-time outreach during events. You saw some of the screens that we put up at programs where we had live tweeting. That was all Eric's idea. We built stronger ties with the LA's tech community and the digital pros who straddle the fence between PR and marketing. We co-produced very successful events with SPJ in LA and the Social Media Club of Los Angeles. And Social Media Week, you probably saw Eric moderate a really successful panel for Social Media Week. And we teamed up in meaningful ways with the Hispanic PR Association and the Black PR Society. We relaunched the chapter's counselors group for our most senior members, and we tried new things like online events in our first joint venture with the New York chapter. Lastly, we produced a sold-out Prism Awards event that did justice to the 50th anniversary milestone. So these are just some of the highlights of Eric's year that also included a number of other programs and events that made up a robust offering of opportunities for PR professionals in our community. I'd like to ask Eric to wave back there so we can publicly acknowledge his remarkable year and the way that he helmed our chapter. Thank you. So, tonight's the official kickoff of our year, and we continue one of our most popular traditions, the State of the State of PR, a look at topical aspects of our industry and what the future might hold for us. We also inaugurate a new tradition, an annual meeting of the membership. As a membership organization that is nearly 500 strong, PRSA LA has an obligation to not only provide professional development and networking opportunities throughout the year to its members, but also to offer the opportunity to gather once a year to hear from leadership on the chapter's strategies and plans for the organization. I'm proud to call the chapter's first annual meeting to order. And as a first order of business, I'd like to introduce you to your new board of directors for 2015. In addition to their participation in board meetings, these board members have committed to active participation in the chapter through leadership of committees and recruitment of new members. So I'm sure you've been, pressed a little bit if you're a non-member by a board member to join. They are a dedicated, diverse group of leaders in our profession, and I'm very excited about what they bring to our chapter leadership. I'll call them out individually, and I ask you to please hold your applause until we can recognize them as a group. Please stand as I call your name. And a couple of folks couldn't be here for last-minute client conflicts. So President-elect Alfredo Padilla, he was here a little earlier. I'm not sure if he made it out here. Immediate past president, Eric Deutsch. Immediate vice president, treasurer, and assembly delegate, Peter Hidalgo. Peter? Yay. Okay, vice president and secretary, Sean Turner. Vice president, Holly Ferris. Okay, thank you. Vice president, Vicki Lelash. Vice president and assembly delegate, Diane Bergman. Director Shell Amiga, Director Dave Barthmas, Director Jane Brust, Director Alan Caldwell, Director Raul Gordilla, Director Lotus Liu, Director Rebecca Mickelson, Director Matt Meyerhoff, Director and Assembly Delegate Sally Olmstead, Director Ron Owens, Director Keith Pillow, Director and Assembly Delegate Stefan Pollack, Director Philip Sokolowski, Director and Assembly Delegate Rita Tatil, Director Jim Wetmore, and Director and Assembly Delegate Dennis Wolcott. Please give them a round of applause. our strategic plan for 2015 as a chapter. We're focusing our efforts on 4 priority areas: membership recruitment and retention, professional development programs, our PRISM Awards program, and thought leadership and positioning as a chapter. We've set out some specific goals to achieve against these areas, from growing our membership to 550, the highest number of members the chapter has seen in its history, and expanding our program offerings to reach professionals at every stage of their career, to building our successful awards program and promoting the expert insights and thought leadership of our members and the chapter as a whole within our industry. I'd like to share a few examples of what the year holds for public relations professionals here in Los Angeles. We'll be offering 8 professional development monthly programs like the one tonight. All will feature influential leaders and subject matter experts on the topics that are important to our profession. In March, we'll host the 3rd annual PRSA one-day conference for students in the profession. This day-long conference features speakers on topics of career development, resume building and interviewing skills, and networking for job searches. Once again, we'll be partnering with USC's Annenberg School for Communication and Journalism to host the annual Kenneth Aller Smith Symposium in April, which features a conversation with a leader in our industry on one of today's most timely topics. In March, we'll host the Western District Conference, which draws PR professionals from 11 chapters across 5 states. This prestigious 2-day event features keynote presentations, seminars, and social events, and will be anchored at the JW Marriott at LA Live. Our popular series that I know a number of you like to attend, At Breakfast With, returns with 5 events throughout the year and features a panel discussion with members of the media representing different sectors from ethnic media outlets to entertainment and business press. We're launching the LA Senior PR Advisors Group, which offers professional development and networking opportunities for senior public relations practitioners who have 20+ years of experience in the industry. This group will gather 3 times this year for a special luncheon entitled A Conversation With, featuring a moderated dialogue with an industry influencer. We're also conducting a follow-up survey in partnership with the Los Angeles Economic Development Corporation to examine the economic impact of our profession on business in LA. We'll be releasing the results and promoting them within the LA market and our industry. This survey was originally done about 4 years ago, and we're excited about the opportunity to study it in a comparison way. We're continuing the Google Happy Hour Hangouts that Eric instituted last year with media reporters and editors, and there will be 4 of these, and they are terrific free online opportunities to engage with press. Quality Time with PR Minds returns in October, and this award-winning program is always a meaningful experience for volunteers and the charities who receive their expert counsel. Our PRISM Awards program will once again take place in November, and it's truly PR's biggest night in Los Angeles. This year will be no exception, and we expect to build on previous events to make this the most memorable night for those that we honor for excellence. Lastly, we recognize that networking and social opportunities are important to our members, so we intend to bring back our Connections Mixer, which is held in 6 locations around the city on a single night. We'll also bring back the popular Trader Vic's Summer Social in August, and this year we plan to host a holiday party in December. So clearly we have a big year ahead of us, and this list is not even inclusive of everything we'll be doing. There's never been a better time to be a member of the Los Angeles chapter of PRSA. If you're currently a member, you can count on finding real value in your membership. And if you don't, I want to hear about it. If you're not a member, I urge you to join so that you can stay on top of all that we have to offer in the ways of professional development, networking, and professional friendships. We have a membership special that you probably heard about ad nauseum tonight in February, in which your chapter dues are waived, which is a savings of $95. We have a sign-up table in the foyer, so if you want to get a little reminder in February to join, please do that. Thank you for your kind attention, and with no other business, I'll adjourn our annual meeting of the membership. Now let's turn our attention to the main event. Our topic this evening is on the evolving nature of content and content delivery. Our panelists are experts in this area and bring perspectives from virtually every angle, so that I have no doubt this discussion will shed some fascinating insights on the subject. We're fortunate to have a distinguished and knowledgeable moderator who is familiar to so many of us in the room. Jerry Swirling is head of the PR Studies program at USC's Annenberg School for Communications and Journalism, and he also leads his own PR management consultancy, Swirling and Associates. Over the last 40 years, Jerry has been responsible for helping many of us in this room and sending out a legion of highly educated young PR students out in the world, and many in this room can credit him for having a hand in their success. He's also been a dedicated supporter of the profession, lending his time and talents to speaking engagements, policy making for the profession, and PRSA endeavors like the one tonight. In 2000, our chapter named him Public Relations Person of the Year. We're so pleased to have him back as our moderator for State of the State of PR, so please welcome Jerry Swirling.
Thank you. Thanks. That was really a nice introduction. So that's it for tonight. Thanks very much for coming. It's really great to be here.